Hello and good morning, my lovely ladies. I hope you're all doing well this morning. Today I wanted to share with you this beautiful iris journal. I'm calling it my multicolored iris journal, and that is because this is the second journal with an iris cover that I've done. And the first one is this one, which I have called my purple iris journal. And so this, to distinguish from this journal, I'm calling this my multicolored iris journal. And it was a coincidence that I'm making a second iris journal. In reality, do I have an iris plant in my house? No, I don't. But the images in the book pages really spoke to me and really inspired me to make another iris journal. So the cover of both journals are from this wonderful book called Flowers of the World by Frances Perry. I've made a number of journal covers from this book because I'm really loving the way the illustrations are in this book, and it's inspired me to make quite a number of journals. So this on the left, my purple iris journal, is the second journal I've ever made in my life. And this new multicolored iris journal is, I believe, the seventh journal that I've made in my entire life. So this is, I'm starting on this journey of making junk journals. And if you can see, what's interesting to me as I look at both of them is, if you look at the thickness of this newer journal, it's significantly thicker than my original iris journal. And what it's telling me is that I've become more creative in making my journals. I'm learning to make more ephemera and having a lot more creative ideas as I embark on this journey of making journals. And I can clearly see it in journal number 7 on the right versus journal number 2 on the left. And what I will say is that the journals they're the same size because they're the covers from the same book, and they have the same number of pages. But for some reason, I'm making thicker journals, making more ephemera, making more envelopes and pockets, and really having a lot of fun with this. So that's why it's turning out to be a chunkier journal than my journals that I've started with. So that's a pretty interesting insight for me as I compare the two journals. So let's go ahead and flip through this journal. I hope you enjoy this flip through. So if I open the inside cover and the first page, these are pages from the journal, the same book, Flowers of the World by Frances Perry. And I just thought that the multicolors in the cover, in the front cover and the back cover, really allowed for more variety of colors within the pages as well. The dominating theme for me is the purples and the lilacs, but because there's also yellows and reds and blues on the cover and back cover, I think it allowed me to have more variety of colors that I could use within the pages as well. I mean, that's just what inspired me and the direction I took in this journal. So the inside cover and the first cover is similar. It's different flowers, but it's a variety of colors with the yellows, the blues, the greens, and the lilacs as well. So I thought it was a fantastic inner cover and first page. It's like, for me, it was like this wow factor of just a bouquet of flowers when you first open the page. The next page is an image from the same book. And what I've done is I did it as a flip up where you can journal inside here. And what I also did is I created from that piece of cardstock a pocket where I've inserted pages from the book as well and put some lace trim on the edge of the page. And then on this next page, it's from a book that I've been using as inner pages within my journals. It's from the book Creating a Wildflower Garden by Anthony Huxley. Actually, edited by Anthony Huxley and by Jonathan Andrews. So it's from that book, this page, and I thought I picked this page because it had the purple flower on it, and I think it went really well with this image on the left. I created a side pocket and this journal card, and these two pieces are from a very special book that I will, talk about later on, potentially in a future video. And I love this beautiful image of the yellows here. And again, the side pocket and that journaling card from that special book. This page on the right I love as well. It has this lavender colored iris, and that's why I picked the page. It's an iris, lavender colored, from the book called, this book here, called Eastern North America's Wildflowers by Louis Lynn. And I actually just posted up a video of a flip through of this book in my channel. So if you're interested, I have a flip through of this book. But I'm loving the pages from that book so much that what I do is I pull out the full 2-page from the signature, because I don't want to cut it or collage or use the pages from that book as a collage, because for me it's the perfect size for journals, and I just really love the pages and I don't want to alter the pages from that book. So I used the entire 2 pages off of the signature from that book. And then I did create a small card here, flap, from Flowers of the World. I really love them, and I'm going with a mainly purple theme mixed in with other different colors. Then I've got wonderful vellum and a lot of writing pages in this book. So these writing pages, I'm making sure that the user has a lot of writing pages that they can use for writing, obviously, or, they can collage over it, add envelopes or pockets if they wanted to. But I wanted the user to have a lot of writing pages in their book. And these pages are from old notebooks where I didn't utilize all the pages from the notebook. So I'm making sure, that I don't waste any notebook pages. So I'm using it in my journals, the leftover pages. So this is another smaller flap from a different book. This is from Creative Gardening, this image here, but it really spoke to me because of all the purple flowers, and of course it is an iris. So I'm pulling a lot of iris images into this book. So this is from a book called Creative Gardening. And then more purple flowers from Flowers of the World. I attached a doily here to cover the text, so you can focus more on the flowers. Ooh, I love this page. I did a bit of a collage here with the doily at the top, music page pocket, and this wonderful color I thought went really well called Garden Plum, a paint chip, and then I put in a ribbon at the top there. I thought that turned out really well. So I love how that turned out. More of this wonderful vellum writing pages, and this music page with an envelope doily and a fussy cut image from the same book, Flowers of the World. And the way I did this as I was doing this page is I wanted the music page to still show up in the background. So when I fussy cut the image, I made sure that I cut off enough of it's a rough fussy cut, as you can see, that I cut off enough and placed it where you can still see a lot of the notes from the music page. So you can really tell that it's a really nice music page in the back. So this is an envelope that I made from Creating a Wildflower Garden, that book. And I love, again, the purple flower there. This is just an envelope that I got in the mail somewhere, and I stuck in some extra images from Flowers of the World. More vellum, beautiful writing pages. I love the deckled edge on this writing page. And this is a piece of cardstock with a lavender color, obviously, where I collaged pieces from all the books that I'm mentioning that I'm used up in this journal, and I just collaged it so not to waste the pages. And it just turned out so beautifully. I just really love the way this page turned out. It's like I said, from all the pages from as I was making this journal. I left this page blank so that someone could write or attach ephemera to it. And this is an envelope book page from the same book, Flowers of the World. I love the reds here, how it contrasts with the lavender. I added a stamp, some burlap lace, and inside I added a paint chip called Queen's Violet. little surprise inside the envelope. I always love little surprises. And of course, this is the center page. Look at this center page in the signature. It is from my favorite book at the moment. As you can tell, I've many favorite books, but for center pages, definitely at the moment, my favorite book that I utilize is from the book called England is a Garden by Catherine Hamilton. I also put up a video of a flip through of this book if you are interested. But I picked this wonderful page of the iris from that book, Multicolored Iris, which I thought went really well with the multicolored iris theme on the cover. Obviously, this is more bold colors, and this center page, England is a Garden, is more subtle, but it went, I thought, really well with it. So I made that the center page. There was some text within this iris page, so I covered it up and collaged other pieces from that book into the page to cover the text. And the text here, I covered up with this fussy cut image and this burlap lace on the bottom left. And the result is a middle center page that I thought was collage, but it doesn't seem collage because the collage is similar colors and the same style from the same book. So I just thought it went really, really well. And if I just flip it over this way, it has the image from, this is also from England is a Garden. And if I flip it over here, it's the image also from England is a Garden. And this particular version of the book had very thin pages. And so the solution, I thought, to kind of thicken up the pages and make it more robust as a center page, is I stitched together 2 pages from the book. So now it's more a sturdy center page. I added lace trim, and the wonderful result now is that now it has 2 pockets on each side. And because it had 2 pockets, I had more fun, and I had started having creative ideas on what to place inside the pocket. So on this pocket on the left, it is from this special book, this image, where I stitched it against cardstock, and then added a burlap lace pocket. So much fun. And there's enough room to add more things, photos and other ephemera. And I really loved how these pockets turned out. And then on this right pocket, what do I have here? Yes, so it's another image from this special book that I eventually want to share with all of you. A pocket from the burlap lace. And I made another pocket on the other side with journaling cards. And these are from faux stamps that I worked on. I have a small clip of faux stamps in my channel if you'd like to see that. So I'm really, like I said in the beginning, I'm being a lot more creative with the ephemera that I'm putting in journals, and it's just so much fun. Now on this page, I just loved how, you know, the red contrasts with the lavender. And so these images from Flowers of the World, I just cut up and made a little pocket with something inside, added some burlap lace, and I thought I'd just but paper clip it on the page, and then the user can just write some journaling on the page itself, on the piece of cardstock there. And this is the other side of that collage page. Again, I use pages from the books that I'm using currently because I don't want to waste any pages, and I'm not one to I don't like keeping a lot of just snippets of pages because I just want to use it up right away. So I collage images from England is a Garden, right? The music page that I used, and also from Flowers of the World, and this is actually from Eastern Wildflowers book, but in the other page of the collage, this is a fussy cut image from Flowers of the World using all the leftover pages also from the other books that I've used. These are my beautiful, beautiful deckled edge notebook pages with vellum. Just have to do that. So much fun. And the envelope, the other side of the envelope with, again, images that I used from Flowers of the World. Music page with doily, a vellum pocket, and an envelope. Again, these are almost leftover pages as I was making the journal. So this is from creating a wildflower garden book. Stick that in there. The other side of the music page with fussy cut images from Flowers of the World, an envelope doily. And again, I fussy cut it and stuck the images. I love the images because it's number one, it's purple and pink, it goes with the theme. But it also, I left enough of the music notes in the background to see the music pages. And these are notebook pages, vellum, doily with more purple flowers, more purple and yellow flowers. This is the other side of the this flip where there was an iris image on the other side, and this is the other side of it. I just stitched it up to add more depth to the page. These are more writing pages, vellum, more beautiful images. And then this is a wonderful image from the book Eastern Wildflowers. Again, I didn't want to alter the page at all. So actually all I did here with these pages is I just put in some distress ink called Dusty Concord, actually is the name of the distress ink that I use here, and did not alter the pages at all. That's the other side of it. And this is more of that page that I've been using. I put some lace on here because there was some, I think I stitched, no, I didn't stitch together a page, but I wanted to put some lace on there as just a nice adding depth to that page. And these are the pocket and the journaling cards from that special book that eventually I want to share with everyone. More of this pocket and this journaling card and more purple flowers. And this is the last page in the book, the inner cover. I just love, look at the shape of this flower that just goes this way. And it just lended itself to have something here. So I added a pocket from the music page and these journaling cards that I've had for a while from magazine images. I thought it just looked really well and fit really well in the pocket there. Just really love the flower that bent kind of that way. Really, really beautiful, I thought. And then if I flip through the last page, love the back cover, the reds and the yellows. And I put some burlap lace in here, and there's a lot of text, so I wanted to cover it up somehow. So I ended up making this from the extra cardstock, making this mini booklet. I fussy cut an image, put in some music pockets, and again, the leftover pages from the book pages that I've used, I've either, added some trim and stuck it in there. And you can add, any other things that you wanted to add in there as well. I thought it was just so much fun to add a little booklet into this journal as the last page. And again, I love the way this inner back cover turned out. And as you can see, I did stitch up the cover in the journal to make it more sturdy. So this is my multicolored iris journal. I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.